A company may start on good standing and good founding and then find itself wrapped around the CIA very easily. We're going to start a news organization. It's called eladsnews.com. And Elad launches a subscription service, $10 a month. And he says, hey, guys, like I go on the ground, I report, I ask questions, $10 a month, and then you can be a member. And then, boom, overnight, he's got 1,000 members. And he's like, wow, I'm actually making a lot of money now. I could afford to hire another staffer to help me do this. So he has another person, makes more content. Boom, now he's got 3,000 subscribers. 2 years goes by, and Elad's got 40,000 paying members at $10 a month, and he's running an operation. He's got an office, a headquarters. He's hired 30, 40 people. He's like, man, this is amazing what we're able to pull off. 5 years later, he's got a staff of 130. He's like, we here at Elad News have been fighting the good fight, and we got all these people here. And then all of a sudden, CIA knocks on the door and says, we'd like to have a meeting with you. And then they slide over a piece of paper that shows 50,000 of his subscribers are actually government employees that are buying a premium plus plan. And they say, here's what's going to happen. We want you to write that Donald Trump is a fascist. We want this to be your principal coverage. And Elad goes, hey, look, we're journalists, man. We don't do that stuff. And says, that's no problem. We're sorry we asked. We'll just get in line with our boss and cancel our 50,000 subscriptions. Oh, is that a large portion of your revenue? I guess that means you're out of business and everyone's fired. Or, you can just accept the truth. Trump's a fascist, right? And so what happens is these companies, some of them do get calls from the State Department. Fact, I can tell you this with experience, definitively, primary source. I have worked for news organizations where the bosses got phone calls from the State Department to talk to them about their news coverage. 100% fact. Now, it's often they try and play it like, hey, look, we're not telling you what to do. Yeah. But when the State Department calls you and says, we're really concerned about this kind of story, you know what that means. And you know what's going to happen if you say no. You know what the greatest award in journalism is? It's not the Pulitzer. Anybody?
Staying out of jail?
No. You guys don't know the greatest award in journalism?
No.
It's called CIA assassination.
Okay.
It's not the Pulitzer Prize. That's the meme, at least, that if you actually are going to break down a big story that's going to expose the government, they won't let you do it. And so I think for a lot of these companies, there's the mockingbird argument that the feds have been deeply involved in spreading propaganda intentionally. I think it's much more, look, they want plausible deniability. That's why the way it works is they're going to buy premium subscriptions to the tune of $1 million a year or whatever. That's going to fund a lot of employees. With $860,000, how many people can you hire? You can hire a bunch of low-level staff at $48,000. Maybe you can hire a handful of staff at $100,000, maybe a couple of high-profile journalists for $200,000, and they're going to report what you tell them to report, and that money's coming from government subscriptions.
But again, what percentage of Politico's revenue is actually government funding? I can't imagine it's that high.
I tried to pull
it looks like based on those numbers, they may be getting like $1 million a year or whatever.
7.2 in 2023.
Oh, that's
7.2
that's a
million?
healthy portion then. If
Wait.
That's their total revenue in 2023.
Then I'm reading 750
hold on.
million.
Stop.
Yeah, that sounds
in 2025.
That sounds.
Wait, Politico made $750
This is just
million?
according to the AI answer on Brave when I searched Politico yearly revenue.
I don't buy that.
Yeah, that's not true. That's 100% not true.
Because how could it go from 7.2 to 750?
Yeah,
in
7.2
years?
doesn't sound.
Sounds like
correct.
it's an error in the AI.
Hold on. Are you saying 7.2 million total revenue from all sources for 1 year?
700, right?
Okay. This reads, as of January 2025, Politico's annual revenue reached 750 million. I don't know if that's true. However, earlier reports from 2023 indicated an annual revenue of 7.2 million.
That doesn't make any sense. That's just AI being retarded.
I think so, which seems to be outdated given the more recent information. So maybe they were hiding revenue. The revenue significantly increased, reflecting the company's growth and expansion. Maybe they just got paid hundreds of millions of dollars of fiat.
So they may have 20,000 paid subscribers as of 2017. It's been 8 years.
Well, that's just paid subs. Like, they probably make a lot through advertising. And
I don't think they do. I think that was actually one of the issues of contention with the story is that they don't actually run a lot of ads. You go to their website, you don't see advertising. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good point, though. And it is fair how much of the revenue of these companies is actually coming from this. Because I think if we pull up the New York Times, They get a lot of money from the government, but it's not. I mean, the New York Times has a ton of paying members. Here's the thing, though. I have an honest question about, say, the BBC and other foreign media outlets that report on the U.S., influence U.S. reporting or otherwise, and USAID accounting for 8% of the BBC's annual budget is insane.
A British newspaper?
Yeah, that's
crazy.
A statement from bbc.co.uk saying 8% of their income.
Yeah, doesn't the BBC get funded by their own government? Like anyway,
Apparently-
They're supposed to be. They're supposed to have everyone that buys a television has a license to have a television in the UK. There's a meme. It's a meme. Do you have a license for that TV?
So part of this revenue of Politico, they got bought by Axel Springer for over $1 billion in 2021. And I think that they're calculating that billion into their revenue over X amount of years. They're owned by someone.
Well, that's an error because that still doesn't make sense. But if companies generating $750 million in revenue, they're worth way more than $1 billion.
Yeah, so $200 million in 2021, but this is because of the $1 billion acquisition.
Hey, look, far be it from me. I wonder how they're making $200 and something million. It must be their premium subscriptions. And then there's questions about, is there funding that we're not seeing? Because I got to be honest, guys, I do not see a reality, and that's just me, and maybe I'm crazy, where Politico is able to generate hundreds of millions of dollars per year off subscriptions. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.